you guys for joining us tonight. As always, we do it each and every Monday night at 8 p.m., and we always keep it nice and brief, 20 minutes to a half hour tops, and tonight's will be very short as well. And in case you're joining us for the first time, you should have a dashboard that looks something like this. Everyone's muted, listen only. However, you do have the ability to ask any questions. And believe me, no questions are dumb unless you're asking the same one for the third time. So if something comes into mind and you've got a question, fill in this little chat box, hit send, and I will address every and all questions at the end of the presentation tonight. So last week, we actually started part one because we found a lot of alternative distribution outlets. Tonight, we're actually going to continue with that. First, we'll recap last week's alternative healthcare part one. We're going to identify additional alternative industries that we've had some success with, give you a little direction there, give you examples of why this works, and of course, we'll have our weekly Q&A. Last week, I think we had one question, so I'm either doing a great job or put everyone to sleep. Not sure which is the case. So last week, we discussed other areas of healthcare that would make sense to approach as distribution partners, and we gave very good reasons why, primarily with the types of drugs typically prescribed within those specialties, like mental health, ophthalmology, physical therapy, and others. We showed examples of our discounted pricing for drugs that these healthcare specialists use pretty regularly and can relate to, then understand how the RxCut card can enhance the patient experience by not only saving them money, but also helping with assurance metrics and compliance, helping that patient better able to afford his medication. The health system has changed drastically, and moving forward, physicians and even large health systems are being punished or rewarded financially by the amount of people they're able to keep out of urgent care, or I should say acute care, the ER, because it's very expensive, and that's the only way to cut down on bills from a governmental standpoint and an employer standpoint. So knowing well that a patient can better afford his medication can certainly help with those assurance metrics. We sent out an email on Friday letting everyone know that a recording of that webinar was uploaded to the back office. Hopefully you got that email, and here is a recording of that webinar. Now, you'll notice I don't record every week, and I always say that if I did, I'd be the only sucker on the call. So it's important that you try to carve out 20 minutes of your Monday evening. That's all I ask for, because there's always really good takeaways from these trainings. I do record some that are very important, and some people do have legitimate excuses. We have some people that work evenings, but come on, guys, 20 minutes once a week. That's not going to kill you, okay? So let's explore other industries where our card can be used as a value-add, member perk, a door opener, differentiator, and possible new revenue stream if these businesses want to come on as agents, not to mention that we can help build their brand as we can customize their cards with their logo. Show some other industries that can be tremendous distribution channels for our products, and ones that we've had success with in the past are gyms, fitness centers, and health spas. Most are multi-location and/or franchises. They typically sell monthly or yearly memberships to thousands of people per location, knowing that they're not all going to show up at once or the building would fall. They usually have very high-pressure salespeople signing up visitors who, upon joining, receive a membership package. They turn members over constantly, so there's a never-ending flow of traffic. Our card can not only be placed in the membership packet, but also on the front desk, where any existing members can take unlimited cards when signing out. Next, personnel, staffing, and TEMP agencies. Now, most of these are, first of all, it's a very competitive industry, and most, especially TEMP agencies, offer little or no benefits. Not only would our card provide a great member benefit and be used as a competitive advantage in attracting and retaining talent, but our voluntary discount program, GVR, could enhance that even more as an employer-paid benefit. These organizations are very high volume, and like gyms and fitness centers, they turn over thousands in a very short period of time. In fact, we just signed an agency recently, and I'm going to show you that one right now, if I can find it. PSI, Personal Staffing, Inc., they actually contacted us, was looking for the possibility of partnering. They have 10 locations in multiple states. So they've just distributed our card to all staff and is now launching the program to all new and existing temps, of which there are over 2,500, and most of those have no paid benefits. They plan to offer GBR Plus to all staff and employees as well. And I would mention, while we're on the subject of staffing, PEOs, or professional employment organizations. Now, these companies are basically external human resource, payroll, and benefit companies all rolled into one. What they do is they become the employer of record and take on all HR responsibilities, including interviewing that is, hiring, and firing, relieving the employer of those time-consuming and often libelous tasks, freeing them up to focus on their core business. And there's tons of temp agencies and employment agencies out there. Let's not forget accounting firms and CPAs. Beginning with last year, 2014, and increasing every year, there is a tax penalty for any individual or family that does not carry health insurance. Now, accountants don't sell health insurance at all, but you know, at tax time, it's certainly a topic of discussion. Accountants are also very familiar with all their clients' expenses and realize that one of the largest expense today is the cost of health care. Accountants who handle individuals are the busiest at the beginning of the year, or what's known as the tax season, while corporate tax firms are busy all year round because corporations have larger and greater tax needs and operate on a fiscal calendar year. Well, in either case, partnering now will put you in a great position for next year's tax season for individual accountants and possibly get you some instant traction with corporate accounts and larger volume. Both our pharmacy card and GDR, Get Benefit Relief, would certainly work in this space. Sales organizations, that could be a home run. I've been in corporate sales most of my life, and believe me, there is no other career as competitive as sales. Our card can provide a tremendous value add to just about any sales organization, used as a door opener, a closing tool, a differentiator, and a form of branding. I don't think anyone would disagree that copper industry is one of the most fiercely competitive sales industries. Well, KDI, who you see here, is a large East Coast player in that space. They recently came to our office to propose some products for us, including a copier, telecom services, and outsourced IT. Now, we did sign a lease for a copier, but we turned a sale around on them and pitched them our product. Now, the VP of sales was sold on the concept to the point that he set up a meeting with their founder and CEO. We presented the card to him along with our network marketing platform, and he agreed it would be an absolute no-brainer to offer to all their employees and corporate partners. We were soon introduced and signed up their corporate benefits broker who handles their insurance and has several other small to medium employers, which he's rolling out right now, and soon to be introduced to some of KDI's larger clients, some you may have heard of. I'm sure wherever you live, you have high-volume retail and convenience stores. The busiest are typical 24-hour type shops that have gas stations as well. Well, how would you like your card and flyer at the checkout of several of these locations where thousands of people check out every day? Another excellent area to devote some time is working with businesses that cater to the underserved community, like check cashing establishments, rent-to-own or furniture and electronic rental companies, and businesses that specialize in working with those who have less than perfect credit. You know, the vast majority of their clients are uninsured. And if you know our product and all, we win almost every time at the pharmacies for those who have no prescription benefits, because since we renegotiated our contract, we're performing at a rate of under 22% usual and customary. That means UNC when the discounted price is not as low as the cash price. But that happens very, very rarely. The next two sort of each from our nonprofit training, but are largely untapped and are a great opportunity. Chambers of Commerce are one of the easiest prospects to approach, and you don't have to join. You probably would have to join if you're an individual, but it's very inexpensive because you don't have a large company. They normally charge by number of employees. So if you're an individual, it's very inexpensive. You'll have the opportunity to constantly network with various businesses in your area, as there are several functions both during and after hours. Now, we have several that we've recently recontracted with because of our new platform. They're all interested in the override aspect. They do and always have seen the value in not only using our products as a member benefit, but also to have other businesses and other members enroll under them. The discount card is great, but Get Benefit Relief product really gives Chambers a unique member perk because it helps businesses better control their healthcare expenses. Now, the chambers themselves are not in a position to spend much time promoting our products or have the expertise to do so. So what I've done with these chambers is identify the top healthcare benefit specialists within those chambers who will take the lead and offer these voluntary products because that's what they do. That's their space. So we arrange a commission split for the broker and chamber, creating greater volume and a win-win. And with Get Benefit Relief, folks, we can do just about any customized commission split that you can possibly think of. Also, PTOs, PTAs, and youth organizations like sports teams, bands, and clubs. You hear about it all the time. Many are being eliminated because of cutbacks and lack of resources, so they're always striving to fundraise. They do anything and everything, from hosting car washes to conducting mattress sales to selling cards for discounts at local restaurants in an attempt to create revenue for equipment, uniforms, travel, etc. Well, how easy would it be to include our free card to everyone they touch? Now, if I pay $5 for a car wash, that's $5 one time to benefit the fundraiser, and my car's dirty the next day. If I'm given a free discount card that I can use 18 times a year, and they receive $1.50 every time I do, that's $27 to that organization every year for giving me a card once that was free and helps me reduce my health care expenses. Thanks, high school. Maybe I'll make a donation. Another overlooked area is flea markets, farmers markets, and fairs, all high traffic events. And the people that pretty much frequent these events are usually shopping for deals. Well, what better deal than getting a free card that can help them control their healthcare expenses? We have several agents who actually go to flea markets every week. They rent a table for $5 to $25, that's it, and give out hundreds and hundreds of cards every week. How about business that you patronize, including restaurants, salons, dry cleaners, your car service center, pizza shops, bowling alleys, etc.? Hey, if you think about it, it's endless. There are not many businesses that would not benefit from our card and our voluntary products. Think about our products and what they provide, and then think about everyone you know and what they do. Make your list and follow through. Well, folks, that was extremely short today. I kept it to under 15 minutes, and I don't see any questions, so I must have done a great job, or everybody's snoozing on the other side. I'll wait just a second or two to see if there's any questions. I guess it is pretty much a no-brainer. There's not much to it. You can actually Google some of these businesses if you'd like. Tell me again how much it costs for businesses to get cards. Well, if it's a sizable business and you want to actually waive their entry fee, then it would be $50 for 5,000 cards. That's it. And that includes branding. Our graphics department, you would have to forward us a high-resolution copy of their logo, and we'll create a proof prior to ordering cards. We'll send them a proof for their approval, and then we'll actually not only brand the card, but also their website header of every page on their RxCut site. So we'll have a true branded site. Someone's asking about pets. Yes, pet-related businesses, groomers, dog walking businesses, pet stores. I would stay away from the big chains that have their own veterinary clinics because we're vets competition. We eat their lunch every day. But pet supply stores would be very good. Can you go over how to order pet meds? Well, there's two types of pet meds. There's pet-specific meds. There's a mail order spot on your website. And those that have a human equivalent where people really get ripped off, you would just ask the vet for that script, use the pharmacy search engine and pricing tool, and take it to your local pharmacy to get Snoopy Cephalexin there. How can they order smaller numbers? Our minimal order is 1,000 cards. It's $20. If they can't afford $20, including UPS shipping, they're not going to be that good of a partner. Where can I order pet cards? In your back office, just like you would do regular card production, except you would actually stipulate that you're looking for pet graphics in the special instructions area. In fact, I'll show you that real quick. If I can find that, probably closed it out. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So just to let you know what the pet graphics look like anyway. If you want a pet, That's the pet front. It works the same way as our card. It doesn't work any differently. It just has a more pet-friendly graphic to it. And you would stipulate when ordering cards right here, special instructions. You would just write pet graphic or pet cards, and then our people will actually know what it is you're looking for. Okay. Okay, thanks. How can business name a charity to receive the benefit? Yeah, that's actually great. I have a large health system last week who distributes over 10,000 cards a month for me. They never asked for revenue to begin with, but they asked me last week to order the next set of cards for them to be Ronald McDonald House, local South Jersey chapter, and they're going to actually donate or have Ronald McDonald's cards used to give to every one of their patients leaving at discharge in their discharge packet, and all the proceeds will go to local Ronald McDonald. So yes, they can actually name a charity to receive the benefit. What size entity will you waive fees by creating a brand for them? There really is no minimal. Just keep in mind though, folks, we don't want to give away the store. The reason that we charge agents who are coming in off the street $199 is because now they've got skin in the game. If someone comes in and pays nothing, well, that's usually the kind of effort you get out of it. But take it for what it is. There really is no minimum. How can you check who's using which card? Okay. Anybody you bring in will be under you. And everyone, every agent has their own back office login, and you can actually view reports. So your group number would be here. We have several, obviously, but you would click on that group number. Anyone who came in under you would have a group number as well. And each morning, by usually 9:30 Eastern, we have all the claims loaded from the day before. So you can see all the detail or just a claim summary of each one of the transactions that happened with your particular card. These are good for pet meds at the local pharmacy. No, not pet meds, only pet meds that have a human equivalent, which a lot of pet meds that get prescribed are. Flea and tick spray they can't get at the local pharmacy and use our card. They can do mail order online. Looks like I've answered everyone's question. Hey, listen, I want to let you know, next week, a very special presentation. We've closed some huge deals over the past month or so, and we've done so through just a web-based presentation. So next week, I'm going to actually present to all of you, do a corporate presentation, the demo our platform and our technology with a special PowerPoint that we've created, and we're going to make it available to you in your back office. So that's a really good one. You don't want to miss it. Appreciate your time. Listen, we do this once a week. That's it, 20 minutes tonight, and it's over. Very painless. Hope you got a lot of takeaways. For additional ideas on some alternative businesses, you can actually go to your back office, and under the marketing tab, there's a contact suggestion list, and this can actually jog your memory, all kinds of different industries. And believe me, some of the ones that went over tonight, I guarantee you, if you think about it, you know people in maybe more than one or two of those industries. So that'll wrap it up for tonight. Appreciate your time. Have an awesome night, a great week, and remember, sometimes you make the right decision, sometimes you make the decision right. There's no wrong approach to this business. It's just making up your mind to spend the time by emptying your box of cards and then reordering. Thanks, folks. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care.